Hello, my friends. This is once again Dr. Surinder Kumar. In my recent research, I've just come across an article which is a published one. It's on globalization damaging environment. Important issue for us to hang on and contemplate and give it at all thinking because it's important. Once again, I say the Gulf Cooperation Council based environmental experts have penned down this article and they've made comments warned that globalization is damaging the environment beyond a repair, threatening the future survival of the mankind. This is what they are writing. While the industrial revolution has caused an imbalance in the environment, today's economic globalization is taking this imbalance so far that it today poses a grave threat to man's very existence on this planet. Their experts have made such comments. These comments. It's a long article, so I probably may not be able to read it out completely for you. But it is important to understand what we understand and what we figure out and know personally on globalization, because when we get to hear this notion, this word globalization, it has positive connotation and negative as well, like free trade, economic activities, socializations, no international boundaries, such things we come across. But at the same time, there is a negative side of this, and there is also a positive. There are a good number of thinkers and writers who support globalization, because specifically in democratic ambience, because this is going to create and build up accountability and responsibility and a greater ambience of possibilities for equality of wealth, distribution of wealth among all equally. There are a good number of writers here in India too, and thinkers also, but there is also a bleak side of it, I would say black side of it, which has more of a connotation or negative. So we need to understand globalization as they write, damaging environment. So this is also again connected to environment, climatology, and our disasters, be it man-made disasters or natural disasters. Because when we talk about disasters, natural disasters, or man-made, or climate change, and things like that, actually they cannot be juxtaposed. They cannot just be studied in isolation. That in isolation we try to study and analyze disaster management and man-made disasters and natural disasters and climate. Is going high and high, it is deteriorating the very condition, climate change and everything. They actually are different subjects, we understand, but their isolation study, isolation interpretation and analysis may not be of a good use for us. So they have to be simultaneously and collectively taken into our consideration, into our study, into our analysis. So further drafting, further interpretations can be drawn in order to combat with such kind of sudden changes that can happen on us, such as, like, we come across specifically every year rainy season or after rainy season in Uttarakhand, because this state is not just ecologically sensitive, but at the same time it is geographically very prone to natural disasters, because this is a Himalayan chain of mountains are there, and at the same time the lot of landslides is there, and then avalanche is there, then cloud burst is there, thundering is there, lightning is there, and earthquakes also, like Uttarakhand and Chamoli we've experienced, and this tremendous back in the history. So these are the very typologies I too have discussed on my research paper recent under the process. It's being published very shortly. But in spite of this typology, we also need to understand that our place geographically is very sensitive, not just sensitive but oversensitive, and also prone because of our environment, because of our climatology. It is also yielding us day by day, every season we have tremendous number of natural disasters, and we are losing human life and property. Our economy is being collapsed, and a lot of other systems and social dimensions are also hectored by them. So that is also important. And this globalization, of course, we have to understand in a very positive way, in a very constructive way, because when of course we've been inviting globalization, we are also being impacted and influenced by it. But at the same time, if we develop some combating strategies and mechanisms, that how we can handle globalization and such kind of influence, particularly in this state, it is going to cause us betterment. And of course we can have some positive plans, constructive plans, in terms of work upon and improve on our economic conditions and social conditions and geographical conditions, because there is much lies with us and in us. If we implement that possibility, of course we can look for some, anticipate for some better possibilities in order to cause a comprehensive development in the state of Uttarakhand. That's what I just wanted to mention. Thanks a lot for listening, watching. This is Dr. Surendra Kumar.